Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV, Babagagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. Southeast governors decry insecurity in region, plan 24-hour patrol. Buhari regime sacks prison officials, forces 25 to resign. Naira redesign, kidnappers will ask for dollar as money, Gumi. Kidnapper in tears after he was arrested by Amotekun operatives in Oyo. 13 passengers had accident to total fatal. Family cries out over son's death in NDLEA custody. Over 130 killed as bridge collapses in India, that's from the foreign. And on sports, Ahmed Musa gifts 3 million naira to the Flamingos. And second sports story, Earth 17 Women's World Cup, Nigeria-born youngster wins Player of the Tournament award. Now the news in detail. Governors of the Southeast region have lamented the rising levels of insecurity in the region and are planning a joint highways patrol as part of move to combat the trend. This was part of their resolution after a meeting in Enugu State on Sunday. Southeast governors declared a state of insecurity in the region. Our economic activities have come to a halt while kidnapping and wanton killing have become the order of the day, the governor said in a communique. Southeast governors called on the federal government to come to our aid in providing security in the zone, bearing in mind that elections are around the corner. Meanwhile, Southeast governors have agreed to set up a 24-hour joint patrol on all major highways within the Southeast, especially during the Christmas season. The governors also distanced themselves from the Eastern Security Network, ESN, reiterating that they only jointly formed Ebiboagu and Forest Guards, not ESN. So it is not correct for any person to allude to the fact that Southeast governors created ESN. On the case involving the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in Nnamdi Kanu, the Southeast Governors Forum said it is watching with keen interest. However, we believe that a political solution is still possible in these circumstances, they added. Moving to the next story from the presidency, the Nigeria Correctional Service has dismissed 9 officers and retired 25 others compulsory for misconduct. The service spokesman, Umar Abubakar, stated on Sunday that 4 others were issued with letters of warning. The statement quoted the Controller General of the service, Aliru Nababa, as announcing the decisions after approval by the Civil Defense, Corrections, Fire and Immigration Board. The statement assured the public that the service would not relent in ridding its workforce of bad officers. The statement quoted as saying that Nababa assured the public that the service would not relent in hiding its workforce of bad eggs. The prison boss warned that there would be no room for indolence or indiscipline in the service. Nababa also assured of the readiness of the service to reward hardworking and committed prison officials. The reward fund unit is fully activated, and very soon staff with exceptional performance will be invited to Abuja. This will be for them to receive rewards for their show of gallantry and dedication to duty, said Mr. Nababa. Moving on to the next story. A Kaduna-based Islamic cleric, Ahmed Gumi, has faulted the decision by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to redesign some denominations of the Naira note, saying it would make kidnappers ask for dollars and other foreign currencies. One of the arguments in support of the redesign of the Naira note is that it would deny kidnappers, who must have collected and kept huge amounts of money as they collect from their captors, the ability to spend the money. In a post on his verified Facebook page, Mr. Gumi said the decision will also negatively affect several Nigerians because most people depend on cash transactions. He argued that the country needs a free market-driven economy with little cash flow control. As for the question of starving kidnappers of Naira, it goes without saying that they will resort to dollars and other hard currencies, which will further put more pressure on it, making the rotten situation bad air. Kidnapping can only be stopped by robust policing, social justice for all, and equitable wealth distribution. Any cosmetic measures will not stop it. Mr. Gumi added that even the decision to ban motorcycle operations, the sale of petrol, and blockade of communication didn't bring an end to banditry in the north. arguing it only made the populace suffer. And to the next story in Oyo State. A kidnapper identified as Sunday Oja has been arrested by the Oyo State Amotekun Corps. Oja, who is an indigenous of Benue State, was crying like a baby when he was being interrogated by the Amotekun operatives in Oyo. He was one of the kidnappers who abducted one Arogundade Sunday at the Midire community near Elekara Market, few kilometers from Oyo town, on Saturday evening, October 29th. During the interrogation, he said the kidnapped gang started monitoring the victims from Lagos State. He also confessed that he has been in the nefarious business for many years. According to a police source, Arogundade Sunday was kidnapped on Saturday night on the express road near the Midire community, marketed by Oja and his gang. The Amotekun Corps Oyo Zone and Akinyele unit led by the Oyo Zonal coordinator were able to release him from the kidnappers' den after a fierce gun battle with the kidnappers. Oja was arrested during the gun duel. The Hunters Council collaborated with the Amotekun Corps very well during the rescue mission. If you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV. More to come from the world news is the next story. An accident occurred. No less than 13 passengers were born in a fatal accident near the Four Corners, Enugu at about 9 p.m. on Sunday. The ill-fated 14-seater bus, which was said to be traveling from Imo State to Anambra and Adamawa, reportedly ran into a trailer before going up in flames. Daily Post gathered that all the passengers save one were said to have born beyond recognition, which occurred at the Enugu end of Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. Only one passenger survived in the auto crash, with varying versions of how he escaped. Some said sympathizers rescued him, others said he jumped out of the vehicle from the window. The lone survivor, Daily Post Land, is currently receiving treatment at the emergency unit of the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, UNTH, Ituku, Ozala. And to the next story. Family of Kenneth Ike Ayogo, 29, the patient medicine dealer, allegedly died in the custody of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in Kaduna State, has called on the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, to wade into the matter to ensure justice for their late son. The families demanded an autopsy to reveal what actually happened to their son while in the custody of the NDLEA. However, the NDLEA has denied torturing the deceased, insisting that the late Ayogo became sick and died while he was undergoing treatment in the hospital. The deceased until his death was a businessman at Narai in Chukun LGA, Kaduna State. His family alleged that he was tortured to death by officials of the NDLEA while he was under their custody after he was arrested on October 13, 2022 for being in possession of Petrozine injection. Speaking with Daily Sun in Lagos, spokesman for the family, Mr. Michael Ayogo, 50, a wine dealer in Kaduna State, alleged that all efforts by the family for an autopsy to be carried out but the deceased were thwarted by both police and the NDLEA. Given details of the ugly incident which led to the untimely death of his brother, the wine dealer, who hails from Amaho Uweno Okuje in Nsuka LGA of Enugu State, said the deceased was arrested by officials of the NDLEA on October 13, 2022 in his shop for being in possession of Petrozine injection. From that story, we go to the foreign story from India. At least 132 people died in India when a colonial-era pedestrian bridge packed with revelers collapsed into the river below, police said Monday. Authorities said nearly 500 people were celebrating the last day of the Diwali festival on and around nearly 150-year-old suspension bridge in Mobi, while supporting cables snapped after dark on Sunday. CCTV footage showed the structure in the western state of Gujarat swaying with a few people apparently deliberately rocking it before it suddenly gave way. The walkway and one fence crashed into the river, leaving the other side dangling in mid-air and hundreds of people in the water. I saw the bridge collapse before my eyes, said one witness who worked all night on rescue efforts without giving his name. It was traumatic when a woman showed me a photo of her daughter and asked if I had rescued her. I could not tell her that her daughter had died. Another witness named Supran said the bridge was jam-packed. The cable snapped and the bridge came down in a split second. People fell on each other and into the river, the local media reported. Going to the sports scene, It's no news again from India. Super Eagles forward Ahmed Musa has gifted Nigeria's under-17 women's national team 3 million naira for winning the bronze medal at the under-17 Women's World Cup in India. Nigeria overcame Germany 3-2 through penalties in the third-place match after the full-time scores ended 3-3 in Mumbai on Sunday. 3 million naira waiting for Flamingos in Abuja. Congratulations, Musa tweeted while celebrating Flamingos' historic achievement. Sunday's victory for Nigeria made them the second African side to win bronze at the under-17 level. Ghana won the bronze medal at the 2012 edition of the tournament. Flamingos scored first and were up 3-0 before Germans staged a dramatic comeback late to tie their third-place match 3-3 before penalty shootouts. And to the last story from sports. Nigerian-born Spanish forward Vicky Lopez has been named the best player at the 2022 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India. Lopez, who plays for Barcelona B-side, was born in Madrid to a Spanish father and a Nigerian mother. The 16-year-old stood out as Spain successfully defended their crown, courtesy of a 1-0 win against Colombia in Mumbai on Sunday. Lopez was presented with the award by FIFA's technical study group after the final fixture. Vicky impressed in every match with her ability to run and read the game, as well as her technical quality, dribbling and winning mentality, reads a statement on FIFA's website. From the first match to the last, she showed that she is not only an outstanding individual player, but also one willing to fight for her team collectively. It ends the world news from BGI TV this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Southeast governors decry insecurity in region, plan 24-hour patrol. Buhari regime sacks 9 prison officials, forces 25 to resign. We also brought to you as regards the Naira redesign, kidnappers were asked for dollar, gumi. And finally on sports, Ahmed Musa gives 3 million naira to Flamingos. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placement only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. Good evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.